Hi, my name is Yvonne Wan. Welcome to my class. Today we will be exploring human emotions through comic art. Today we will be exploring the feeling of happiness. Happiness is the feeling that comes over you when you know life is good and you can't help but smile. It's the opposite of sadness. Happiness is a sense of well-being, joy or contentment. When people are successful or safe or lucky, they feel happiness. Happiness is a positive emotion. The art supplies that you need today include paper, pencil, eraser, marker and colouring pencils. So first, I would like you to draw a circle like this, and this will be the size of her head. And then what I'd like you to do is draw the width of her head by drawing two lines like this. Next, I'd like you to split the face in half so we can work on symmetry. Next, I would like you to draw the girl's eye, which is 1 centimeter from the center line like this, and we're going to draw an upside down U like this. I'd like you to draw some crease lines on both sides of the eye and also the eyelid like this. I'd like you to repeat this on the other side of the face. Next, I'd like you to draw the nose with a small triangle and a happy face. Next, I'd like you to draw the outline of the face by drawing a V-shaped chin like this, and then the eyebrows. Next, I'd like you to draw the ears like this. It's like a 3 and a reverse 3. And then I would like you to draw the hair like this. Next, I'd like you to draw the neck, and then the shoulders, and then the collarbone and the rim to her top, and then the collar to her top. Next, I'd like you to refine the hair and the ears like this. And there you have your completed drawing of a happy girl. Next, I'd like you to ink your artwork using a thin marker and thick marker too. Don't forget to apply thick and thin lines wherever you think it looks good. Please remember to use an eraser to erase the pencil lines after you have lined your art with marker. We are now going to learn about colouring. So I would like to introduce you to the use of colouring blenders when it comes to colouring your art. If you apply the blender to your colours, you will notice that the whites will start to vanish and the colours will become more smooth and solid. If you apply the blender on several colours, the colours will blend nicely, creating a gradation of colours and create new tones in the process. Blenders can make your art appear more smooth and realistic. And now I'm going to introduce you to the use of burnishers when it comes to colouring your art. A burnisher keeps your whites white. You can apply it as an undercoat or an overcoat. As an undercoat, you can use it to create brick lines, for example, and then colour in the bricks without needing to colour around it. If you want to create a shiny effect, you can choose to use the burnisher as an overcoat. So there are different effects you can achieve by the way you handle your pencil. So if you apply light pressure, the colours will come out lighter. If you apply medium pressure, it will appear a little bit darker. If you apply a lot of pressure, then it will be extremely dark and more solid. If you have trouble applying light pressure to your pencil, you can handle the pencil from the top. You will notice the colours will be a lot lighter as a result of the way you're holding the pencil. The directions of your strokes is important, so I highly recommend that you use one direction when you are shading. If you apply your strokes in different directions, you will notice that the colors will be inconsistent as a texture. Another stroke you might want to consider is applying cross-hatching, and that involves colouring in one direction for the first layer, and then the second layer you do the opposite direction, and that way you would be able to cover the full area very thoroughly and have a more solid appearance in pigmentation. Another texture you might want to consider is circular motions. This provides a different texture and can be very useful depending on what texture you prefer. Another technique you might want to try is layering. You can choose two different colours and put them on top of each other, creating new colour tones. So I'd like to teach you how to do highlights. First of all, you need to have a light source so you can determine which part of the drawing should have a brighter side and which side should have a darker side. And you can have the highlight using white, or you can use a burnisher. And here I'm just using grey to depict shadow. So now that I've taught you some basics when it comes to colouring techniques, I would like you to apply everything that you've learned to the drawing. So just to summarise, the directions of the strokes matter, the pressure that you apply matters, the amount of layers that you apply also matters, and it's also important that you factor in highlights and shadows using whites and darker colours and the burnisher too, and always use a blender if you have that available to you, because it's always going to make your art pop. This concludes today's class. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.